COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
疫情来得那么临时，当宣布封城的那一天，我购买的火车票被取消。
1月23日，突然听到封城的消息，我才意识到疫情的严重性，我的心情非常恐慌害怕。虽然当时我们人手不足，但是大家齐心协力对每一间房进行了消毒，做好安全检查工作，并坚持每天对公寓进行4次消毒。
Italy is on total lockdown.
The whole country went into a lockdown. I just remember there being no cars on the road.
Next thing you know, everywhere was closing.
Hi Frasers, maybe a little bit about myself. I first joined Fraser about a year ago on the 2nd of March. And actually that time is really in the midst of the pandemic. There is quite a bit of a mixed feeling for me. I have seen a lot of the cluster heads that come and put themselves into a leadership position, leading the team on the ground to face this crisis together. For me, I witnessed the spirit and the tenacity of being a Frasian, and I'm glad that I'm a Frasian myself. Once it was clear that the pandemic was going to be of a global crisis, I think one of the first things that we did was for our group to set up the risk committee and to have it immediately activated. We actually started our Frasers Care initiatives, and what is the purpose of the Frasers Care initiative is really to ensure that our guests, our staff are well taken care of.
We had to pivot ourselves and enhance our guest service offerings. With this, it presented itself an opportunity for us to be a little bit more creative. We launched the Stay Inspired with Fraser initiative, where we continue to engage our guests through interactive cooking sessions, with videos on exercise lessons, especially curated breakfast hampers to be delivered to all the guest rooms, and I think that's something that needed to be done almost immediately when the lockdown happened.
It's the first time in the history of Frasers Hospitality that we had to close a big number of hotels, the vast majority, at some stage in March 2020. And at all levels in the organization, we have made sure that the team members and the team leaders were engaging with their staff. So we had daily, weekly, monthly meetings.
Despite the high number of infected cases in China, at the outset, there had not been a single outbreak at our property, whether among staff or guests. I think this outcome wasn't coincidental, but the result of extraordinary effort put in by the staff. It is during this tough period that we as a team really exemplifies the Fraser values on teamwork and care for our guests. I'm certainly grateful to all our staff who have made one sacrifice or another in taking care of during such an unprecedented period.
I think in Singapore, all our teams band together, they engage with our guests to collect food donations for our Fraser Food Drive. And they conducted this in collaboration with the food bank. And all this food that's collected, they distribute to the most needy, the vulnerable, and the members of our community.
Staying connected with our guests and our staff is so important during this period. I've heard a lot about the things that have been done with regards to how they engage the customers, how they make them feel at home while they are staying in their property or in a lockdown situation.
Greetings, my fellow Frasians. Last year was a difficult year. With COVID-19 spreading across the world, for the first time in our 23-year history, we had to close a number of our properties. The FH team are regrouping across all fronts To prepare for a post-COVID era, our operational teams are working tirelessly to ensure that our guests and fellow staff are safe and comfortable. But with every adversity, the human spirit always triumphs. Many of our colleagues have selflessly stepped forward to ensure that their teams are still working with high spirits and continue to provide the best service to our guests. Some had to make personal sacrifices, leaving families behind for a period of time, just so that work can continue smoothly. As far as I'm concerned, all of you are our everyday heroes. I'd like to wish all my fellow Frasers continued safety, and please remain healthy, which is still our best defense. Happy Fraser Day!
Happy Fraser Day.